everybody, I'm Merisu the Art Sheep, and thank you so much for checking out this video. And today I am drawing Shinobu Kocho from the anime Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. Because, yeah, this was actually not going to be the speed paint I actually had planned. I was actually going to be doing a speed paint of Pop Step from the anime My Hero Academia Vigilantes, and I was really hoping to come out with that way sooner, but I ended up this year's just been like one of those years. I just haven't been able to get anything that I wanted to done. Revolution Full Color Chapter 2, big joke. I haven't even finished with page 1 of that. And I also recorded a review of the Disney live-action abomination of Snow White, but I don't got any speed paint to go with it. And so that was also supposed to come out, but like I said, no speed paint, no drawing, no nothing for that. So I gotta figure out what to do with that. And Pop Step was supposed to come out, but I ended up falling behind, and then I ended up getting stuck because I just didn't really know where to take the drawing from there. So I just decided to put it down, and then I realized the movie is out of Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Infinity Castle movie, and I'm like, well, I was really wanting to draw Shinobu for the release date of that, so I was like, let's do that. And then I put everything down and was trying to rush this to get it out on the release date of the movie, and well, it just didn't happen, folks. It didn't happen, but it is around that time. It came out, I think, on the 18th in Japan. Us plebs in America won't be getting it, sadly, till September, so it's early for the American release, it's late for the Japanese release, but yeah. That said, I really am glad I just took a break and focused on this drawing, because even though it was a little rushed because I wanted to get it out for the movie's release, it was just really fun. I love drawing Shinobu Kocho. She has a very lovely design, and it's really nice. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about her in a second, but first I want to talk a little bit about the movie. I haven't seen the movie, but I've read the manga. I finished the manga. I know how the story will go completely in top to bottom, no surprises whatsoever. But that said, I love the animation of Kimetsu no Yaiba. I love the soundtrack of Kimetsu no Yaiba. The soundtrack and the animation are why I stayed. I mean, it was just like, I remember when I was watching it, because everybody was just talking about Kimetsu no Yaiba, and then I think the thing that got my major attention was Amelie's cover of Grange, and then I looked up the regular version of the song by Lisa, and I love Lisa, and then I saw the clip of, I was like, okay, so the premise sounds interesting, and then I was like, so wait, how did Nezuko become a demon? So I started looking it up, and I never found the clip because I didn't realize they didn't show it. But then I was like, let's give it a try. I don't usually watch animes as they air. It's very unlikely that I will do it. I usually like to wait until they're done, especially if they are very hyped animes. But this one, I decided to give it a try. By the time I got to it, I think I already said this like a gazillion times, but by the time I got to it, it was already on episode 19 had just aired, so I was seeing it from 21 as it was airing, and right when I got to the mansion arc, where he defeated the ex-Lower Moon 6, I was like, oh wow, this animation is so good. And I just really liked it, and I liked a lot of the designs, I liked the art, and I liked the style. It wasn't really that much that I've seen set in the Taisho period of Japan. It was a lot more of an unusual aesthetic. I'm sure there are probably more animes that do take place in that period, but I can't think of anything that is remotely that popular, and also that's like a battle shonen anime. So definitely nothing comes to mind in that sense. So that was really attracted me to the show as well. And I also liked a lot of the designs, like I said. And I liked the characters. I think the story is a little bit rushed. I do not think that she does, the author does who I think is a woman. I think I saw that. But anyway, if I say she and it's not, forgive me. But anyway, The author does sometimes rush the development and the world isn't fleshed out. I'm not gonna pretend like the story is a masterpiece, and I don't even really like the manga's art that much, really at all. There's some pages that look really nice, but then there are other pages it's like, well, that looks off, and I'm not an expert artist at all, and drawing a manga is very hard, as I'm learning as I'm trying to do Revolution Full Color. So yeah, I'm not trying to be overcritical here, but it's just not my cup of tea. And so there's that, but I'm not gonna pretend like Kimetsu no Yaiba is the best thing, but it has a lot going for it. I love the simplistic plot. I like how it's a good versus evil. I like the story. I like Tanjiro and how he's set up. I like the characters, and I think that's one reason why so many people like it, is because you get characters that you don't hate. Are they fleshed out the best? Is their development rushed? Yes, 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 and yes, but they're not unlikable jerkwads, and they do cool things. That's what you like. That's what people like. And it's the same thing with Muzan. People like Muzan because he looks cool, he does villainous things, and he's really powerful, and he looks really scary when he does it. His powerful stuff. So it's just, and he's an unforgivable monster. So I guess it's just the simple things that people like. And the fact that it also just, like I said, it looks cool. The music is amazing. I just spent $60 for the soundtrack. So for the longest time, the soundtrack wasn't available on Amazon Music. At least I never saw it and stuff. I buy the music from Amazon. I get it that way. Call me whatever you want. That's just the way I do it. But for the longest time, I didn't see it available. So I was like, huh, I guess it's not there. So I just kind of, it wasn't even really available on YouTube. Even now, if you look it up, for the longest time, nothing came up except for covers of the song. But now it seems like the music is available more for America, because I actually am seeing it now on YouTube Music. And actually, if I do like type it in and if I give specifics, it will take me to the authentic album. But for the longest time, it was just the first album, the Unwavering Resolve arc. But then I saw the Mugen Train arc album available, the Entertainment District, and then the Swordsmith Village arc. And the Hashira Training arc isn't available yet, but I don't even think that's available in Japan yet. So that makes sense. But I love the music, and yes, it was $60 for all of them, but it was, well, actually, no, it was more than $60. It was, well, I already bought some of the songs of the Unwavering Resolve arc, so I got it cheaper, so it was probably around $70. Yeah, $70. But it was worth every penny. And it would have not been that bad if it wasn't for the fact that right before I bought the Kimetsu no Yaiba albums, I ended up buying the Baron soundtrack, because I'm watching that right now. Like I said, I don't watch major animes as they air. I watch them afterwards, and so I've been watching Farron, and I love the music of that, so I had to buy the soundtrack of that. And that would have been not so bad of me buying the Kimetsu no Yaiba album right after I bought the Farron album, if it wasn't for the fact that I then bought the Sword Art Online album. And that I actually bought a physical copy of, because it was cheaper. That's the one thing I like about buying music, is that you can actually download it. It's the one thing you can buy digitally, and you can download it, and it's on your computer, like, permanently. And that's cool. Because, like, you know, when you buy a movie, it's not. And don't give me all that copyright bull crap. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't care. It doesn't make sense. But enough of that. Let's get back to Kimetsu no Yaiba. So, like I said, Kimetsu no Yaiba, not perfect, but I can see why a lot of people like it. I understand why people don't like it. I'm not going to try to push it on you if you don't like it. That's cool. It's not for everybody. But that said, there are a lot of things that I enjoy about it. And one of the things I really like the most is Shinobu Kocho. That's one of the reasons I liked her the moment I saw her. Her design was so pretty. I love her Hari. I actually want to buy a Hari like hers, and actually want to wear her to the theater. My brother Nora Vanguard was like, if you buy that, I'm gonna walk 7 feet behind you if we go. I'm like, oh, shut up. People dress up to the theater in Japan and in America. Let me have some fun. I actually saw, so when we actually went to go see Mugen Train, I actually saw a girl dressed as Rengoku. She looks really cool and stuff. And honestly, there was a part of me that was like, I actually kind of wanted a picture of it because it looks so cool, but I wasn't going to do that. I always think it's a little weird asking strangers for pictures, but it did look cool nonetheless. And I really liked it, so I kind of want to go with Shinobu Kocho for the movie. I don't think there's ever been a movie that I've been this hyped to see, not even the first Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Train. Even though I know exactly how the plot's going to go down, I think that just makes me want to see it even more, because I do know, like for Mugen Train, I did know how it was going to go down, but I actually didn't really read the manga. I wasn't reading the manga then, so even though I knew the plot, I didn't know it into detail, so I did have a lot of surprises. This I know every single thing about. I'm not going to spoil it, because that'd be mean. But I do know every single thing about it, and that's what's making me really excited about it. It's going to be so cool, and I'm hoping the world doesn't blow up before September, because I want to see it. And I'm looking really forward to seeing my girl Shinobu kick some butt. I'm not sure if I like Shinobu or Kanao more. I first said Shinobu, and then later on I said Kanao, but I think I'm going back to Shinobu. I think one reason why I like her, Shinobu that is, so much is just because, to me, there is nothing more beautiful and amazing than a strong female character who has weakness. Like, a female character will never seem more stronger than, to me, than when she's weak and when she has her problems and when she has her failures, but she still stands up. She still goes and fights, even though she knows she doesn't have a chance, and she knows she's going to, like, you know, get her butt kicked, or she could get seriously hurt. She still does it, and she still goes forward and marches on to battle. And they haven't really talked about it as much in the TV shows yet, but Shinobu is the smallest one out of all the Demon Slayer. She's actually smaller than Kanao, if I remember correctly. I think Kanao's like 5'3", and she's 5 foot. So yeah, she is very small. She is a woman, and unlike Mitsuru, who has ungodly strength for her physique, Shinobu doesn't have that, so she has to use ever methods, and I just love that. I think, like I said, I think it is, I never find a character more stronger than when there's someone who is weak. I mean, obviously a strong, epic character who can just beat people up is cool too. Like I said, I've been watching Frieren right now, and Frieren's really strong, but, and it's epic seeing her just smack demons around. That looks cool too, but it is also really nice to see a character who struggles and seeing a character overcome those things and acknowledge her weakness and have to face that and deal with it and really struggle with the fact that I'm not a guy. I'm not as physically strong, but I'm still going to fight because I want to help. I want to do good, and it's just like, it's something that I can really relate to. I'm not as strong. I'm even by girl standards, I'm a sheep. I can't lift anything. I'm very pathetically weak. I'm not agile. I'm not athletic. I'm trying to lose weight, and it's just like it's going along slow. So she's just someone that she's a character I really do like, and like I said, she looks absolutely pretty. And I like Kanao too. I like her story a lot. I like how her struggle was, how she just kind of ended up breaking due to her traumatic past, and how she ends up slowly coming out of her shell, and I like her ending. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I like her ending. And I like Shinobu's ending too. And that might not make sense if you know what it is, but I do like her story. I like it very much. And I love the butterfly aesthetic. One thing that's funny is, you guys want to hear something funny? She's butterfly themed, and she's got black hair with purple bangs. And there's a character who is also like that, who matches the exact same description. It is Droid from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, also known as Dextra in the English dub. She had black hair, although it kind of looks blue in some angles. It is black. I looked it up. It is black. And she's got purple bangs, and she uses a butterfly-themed deck. So there you go. It's like a match made up in heaven. I'm sorry, I haven't drank enough water today. My throat's dying as I speak. But, yeah, I really do like all of the female characters. I think my least favorite is Nezuko. No disrespect to the little, demon girl. I do like her. I have nothing against her. She's just, like, more process of elimination. It used to be Mitsuru, actually. Mitsuru, I didn't like her design at all. I thought she was kind of weird, and she seemed overly happy. But then when I saw the Swords Village arc, I'm like, oh my goodness, you're my spirit animal. I love you. She's just so cute. I love her. She's like, why did you join? Tanjiro's like, why did you join the Demon Slayers? Because I want to meet a husband. Oh, that's so adorable. I love it. And she's really strong, and they give a reason why she's really strong. Is it a bull crap reason? I don't know. I mean, I guess some people might find it, but I like it. It does. There's just that level of absurdity to Kimetsu no Yaiba, too, and I kind of like that, too. I mean, like Zenitsu getting his hair. Why is Zenitsu's hair yellow? He got struck by lightning. Why is Rengoku's hair the color that it is? It's because his family ate a whole bunch of tempura shrimp or something, I forget. It's just little things like that. Although I don't think they give a reason why Shinobu's hair is that way. I think it has something to do with something that will be revealed later on. But rather than that, I can't think of anything. But yeah, that's another thing I like about Kimetsu no Yaiba, is the fact of the different hair colors and different eyes. Like, a lot of animes, they'll draw all the characters' eyes the same. There might be one standout character, but for the most part, the style of the eyes are always the same. It's just, like, the shape and color that are a little bit different. Like, some characters will, of course, have narrower eyes, or some characters will have bigger eyes, but they all look the same. They're all colored the same. These ones are all drastically different, and it makes everybody unique. I also like how even their Demon Slayer uniforms, for the Hashira, all of their, I can't remember the names of any of the clothing articles, but even like how each corp uniform for the Hashiras they're all black, but they all have a slightly different tint to them. Shinobu's has got a purple tint to it. Gyu's has got a cyan tint to it, and Rengoku's has got a red tint to it. I like that. I really do. It's just little things like that. I actually did the same thing with Nightlight in Revolution Full Color. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about the drawing. So this thing that I came up with here is just Shinobu up in the air holding her sword. I was going to do something a little bit more fancier. In fact, I might do something a little bit more fancier. I have a sketched out of her fighting a demon. And if I do that, it will be in September when the American movie comes out. But I'm not sure if I will do that. But I knew that if I did want this to come out around the release date of the Japanese movie, I was just like, just let it go. Or do something simple. And I'm glad I did it because it was really relaxing. It was really fun. I could just take my mind off of things, and I kind of went a little bit crazy with the brushes and stuff, because it's just like, I want this to have some fun color to it. I kind of want it to look like a kaleidoscope and such. I think that's the one thing I would probably change about Shinobu's outfit is her Hari's, like, it says turquoise and then pink, like, it's a white Hari, but it kind of looks a little more tan, but it labels it white on the wiki. And then it kind of, the sleeves and the bottom fade to like a turquoise color and then pink, but it looks more green, and I'm not really big on that shade of green. I would make it look a little more turquoisey. In fact, I did do that. It still looks green and stuff. And I like the burnt gold and the kind of, I don't know, jade green color wrap. I like that, and I like the blue butterfly hilt. Her sword is so pretty. I would want a model of that. Like, no. Like, for real. I want a model of that sword. It is so pretty. But I also like Rengoku's sword. Rengoku's sword's really cool. And, yeah, I think overall, I'm very proud of how I colored this. I think it was just, I liked the way that I was going for the smooth, kind of very, I don't really know the technical word for it, not cel shaded, because it's got more shading to it than that. And I did use some moments where I, like, used some blending and blurring and stuff like that. And, so it's definitely not cel shaded, but it definitely looks very smooth and, glossy. I guess that's the word I would look for it. And, yes, you can criticize me down in the comment section. I traced the kanji on her blade, because there was no way I was gonna write that by myself. So I traced it and I put it on the sword. You can sue me later. No, don't sue me. I joke. But yeah, I traced that because I wanted to get it right, and I knew I wasn't gonna get it right. And, I didn't want to not have it on there, although I think it's backwards. I think it should be probably, the sword should probably, like, the thicker part at the end should probably be pointing the other way, but I don't know. The sword is lovely, but it was a pain in the rump to draw. I mean, what can you say? You got the butterfly hilt and the kind of thin blade, and it's at this weird angle. It's just not easy. The eyes were fun to draw. The eyes were very lovely to draw. Like I said earlier, they do each of the eyes kind of different. The manga does it too, but the anime just takes it to an even further level where every single eye just kind of has its own unique flair. Well, every single detail in every character has their own unique flair, and I just really do like it. And Shinobu's eyes, they kind of look a little creepy, they look a little like a bug, though I guess that's intentional with her being the insect Hashira, but they also just look really pretty. And I added a little bit of sparkles to her eyelids. Yes, it looks like eyeshadow, but let's not look at it that way. Let's pretend it's poisoned. I just wanted this to look as sparkly and pretty as possible. And overall, this drawing was just really fun. It was really relaxing. It's definitely what I needed, I think, because this has just been one of those years. I'm fine, but I've just been really emotionally drained. I'm not, like, in trouble or anything like that. At least not right now. Oh, dear Lord, if I am. God help me. But I've just been a lot of stuff, really busy. And, you think I'd be busy more last year, and I was, but at the same time, it just feels like this year is just, like, extra kind of draining and stuff, and it's just, like, I don't have the energy to do what I want to do art-wise, even traditional art-wise, and that's a whole nother story. And I don't want to say I'm suffering from art block, but the more I think about it, the more it probably is. Although I'll never admit it. But like I said, I am fine, and I pray every single day to the Lord God Jesus that I just get through the day and just try to do something productive. And I did this, so at least there's that. I thank God that I was able to get at least one thing out. I was gonna add more wisteria to the background, but instead I didn't really want to use a brush, so I just kind of made my own loose wisteria, and then I just went hog wild. I went haywire with these butterfly brushes that I had from the clipstudiopaint assets, and they just look so sparkly and so pretty. Like I said, I just wanted everything to look very shiny, and I think I did a good job in making it look shiny. Oh wait, I did use some wisteria brushes, but that was in the front, not in the background. And then I added this like moon in the background, and then I stole some more kanji once again. I wrote over it though. I didn't. Okay, I traced over it. And yeah, I got that from the anime where it says insect Hashira. At least I think that's what it says. I'm not Japanese. I was gonna write Shinobu on the other side where the moon was, but again, I'm not Japanese, so I wasn't even gonna attempt to do that. But anyway, that is the drawing. I hope you liked it. I have a lot of fun. I think this is my third time actually drawing Shinobu. I need to draw Kanao again. I think I actually might do that again when the movie comes out for the English. But for now, I drew Shinobu. I hope you like it. If you liked, do all the YouTube things. If you did not, I thank you for watching this far anyway. I hopefully will be back with another Speedpaint, hopefully real soon actually. Like I said, I got a pop step drawing coming out, and then I've got Revolution Full Color Chapter 1 coming out, and I'm gonna try to work on Chapter 2, although even if I do work on it like today, which is not going to happen. But even if I was to work on it tomorrow, I don't know when it will come out. I want to say it by the end of the year, but I have no guarantees whatsoever. And there was one ever project I wanted to do, but God, chance of that happening. Oh well, we'll just take it. We'll just take it as it comes. Anyway, I hope you liked, and be safe, and have a lovely day. Until next time, bye.